Hello guys, how are you today? Let's start our class. So open your books on page 36. Abra o livro de vocês aí na página 36. So this is the skills part. And the title is The Discovery of Antarctica. A descoberta da Antártica. Alright, so this is the title of this text. So we are going to listen to this article. And then we have some exercises to do. Before we start, we have this number 1. Look at the pictures, underline the key words in the questions. Then scan the article to find the answers. Aqui tá pedindo, antes de ler aqui esse artigo ou de ouvir, para olhar nessas pictures, nessas fotos que tem aqui. Look. According to these pictures, então olhando para essas fotos, you are going to underline the keywords in the questions. Vocês vão sublinhar aqui as palavras-chave, the keywords of these questions. We have this example. What is the weather like in Antarctica? So we have this weather in Antarctica. These are the keywords of this question. And the answer, you will have to read. Então você vai ter que ler para você responder. Então primeiro o que a gente vai fazer? Passar aqui, ler essas perguntas, descobrir quais são as keywords e depois a gente volta ouvindo esse artigo e vocês vão ler também para responder essas perguntas. Number 1. Who was the winner of the race to South Pole? Number 2. Why do people admire Captain Scott? So read these two questions, underline the keywords, and let's go to listen to this article.
Unit 3. Skills. Reading. Page 36. Exercise 2.
The discovery of Antarctica. Antarctica is an enormous frozen continent at the South Pole. It's very cold and windy, and there's snow and ice all year. In the 1890s, many explorers went to Antarctica, including the British explorer Ernest Shackleton, Roald Amundsen from Norway, and Nobu Shirase from Japan. Another very famous name in Antarctic history is British explorer Captain Robert Scott. Scott's first expedition began in 1901, but there was terrible weather with strong winds and freezing temperatures. Scott and his men stopped their expedition before they reached the South Pole. Between 1910 and 1912, the Japanese explorer Nobu Shirase and his men went on an expedition in Antarctica. They explored the Edward VII Peninsula, but they didn't reach the South Pole. Scott started his second expedition to the South Pole in 1910 too. There was a race between him and Roald Amundsen to reach the South Pole first. Scott and his men arrived there on January 17, 1912, but they found a Norwegian flag and a message from Amundsen. The Norwegian explorer and his men arrived at the South Pole 33 days before Scott. Scott and his men started traveling back to camp. Again, the weather was terrible with strong winds and snow. His men were freezing and hungry, and tragically, everyone died. They were only 18 kilometers from their base camp. There were many Antarctic explorers, but people admire Captain Scott for his courage and determination. He wasn't the winner of the race to the South Pole, but he helped people to understand the extreme weather, geography, and geology of Antarctica.
Okay, so this was this article about Antarctica, and it's very interesting. So according to this text, you were going to answer these two questions. Who was the winner of the race to South Pole? 2. Why do people admire Captain Scott? Number 2. Listen to the article, then correct the mistakes in the sentences below. Aqui vocês vão corrigir os erros que tem nessas frases abaixo. Example: Antarctica is at the North Pole. No, Antarctica is at the South Pole. So you are going to need your notebooks for this activity. Vocês vão usar os cadernos de vocês para escreverem essas frases aqui, alright? Using the right information, usando as informações corretas. Number 1, Antarctica has mild temperatures. How is the temperature in Antarctica? Como que é a temperatura lá na Antártica? Aqui nesse texto vocês vão encontrar a resposta. Is it mild? Okay, so write the right information about these sentences. Now let's go to page 37. Aqui na página 37, we have this listening part. Number 3, listen to the radio program. Complete the timeline about the events in the life of the explorer Sir Edmund Hillary. Use the information in the box. Aqui vocês vão ouvir um programa de rádio e vocês vão completar essa timeline. This is the timeline. Timeline é a linha do tempo. Então, de acordo com o que vocês ouvirem, vocês vão acrescentando usando essas frases que tem in this box. Então, os eventos que foi acontecendo, o que aconteceu na vida dele. So we have this first event, which was on 1919. He was born in New Zealand. 1935, he went on a school trip to the mountains in New Zealand. So we need more information here, and then to finish his timeline. Let's listen and do this number 3. Don't forget, you are going to use the information that we have this in this box. Não se esqueçam que vocês vão usar as informações que a gente tem aqui nessa caixa, tá? Então, as frases que vocês vão usar já estão aqui. They are ready for you.
Unit 3. Skills. Listening. Page 37. Exercise 3.
Good morning, listeners. Today, we're remembering the world-famous explorer Sir Edmund Hillary, who died yesterday. Sir Edmund was born in New Zealand in 1919. At school, he was an intelligent pupil and completed elementary school 2 years early. Then, in 1935, aged 16, he discovered his love of climbing on a school trip to the mountains and completed his first big climb in 1939. He traveled to Nepal to climb in the Himalayan mountains for the first time in 1951. And on a windy May morning in 1953, he became the first person in history to reach the top of Mount Everest. But other things were very important for Sir Edmund, too. After he arrived at the South Pole in 1958, he wanted to help the people of Nepal. In 1962, he began to work there and helped to build schools and hospitals. It's a sad day for climbing, but Sir Edmund leaves behind him some amazing work and discoveries. Sir Edmund Hillary died yesterday, on Saturday, January 11th, 2008, in New Zealand.
Okay, so this was the information about Sir Edmund Hillary. Use the information to fill in the blanks. Number 4. Look at the timeline about Emilio. Aqui nós temos uma linha do tempo sobre esse Emilio. Describe the important events in his life with your partner. Remember to use the simple past. O que vocês vão fazer? Aqui já tem um começo, and you are going to write this start on your notebooks. Vocês podem escrever esse começo no caderno de vocês. Emilio was born in Miami in 2001. Então, a primeira informação que nós temos é que Emilio was born. Aqui na timeline, a gente só tem born in Miami. Então, você precisa transformar essa information aqui em uma frase. Don't forget to use the simple past. Não se esqueçam de usar o simple past. We are talking about past events. Estamos falando sobre eventos que já aconteceram. Então, vamos usar os verbos que vocês já viram nas aulas anteriores to talk about the past. So, he was born in Miami in 2001. And what happened in 2006? He started elementary school. Okay? Starts elementary school. He started elementary school in 2006. What happened in 2008? Learns to ride a bike. Então, aqui nós temos o verbo learn. Como que vai ficar ele na forma do passado? Esse learn é um verbo regular. O que acontece com os regular verbs? What should we add to them? O que nós devemos adicionar aqui nos verbos regulares? Very good. So, we should add ed to the regular verbs. He learned to ride a bike in 2008. E assim vocês vão fazer com 2011, 2012 and 2013. So, do it on your notebooks. Isso vocês vão fazer no caderno de vocês. Number 5, this activity is also on your notebooks. Também vai ser no caderno. Make a timeline about the important events in your life. Use it to describe the event to your partner. Use the ideas in the box or use your own ideas. Aqui você vai escrever uma timeline about you, sobre você. Você pode pegar essas ideias aqui que tem nessas caixinhas ou você pode usar suas próprias ideias. I was born in. When were you born? Quando que você nasceu? What year? Qual ano que você nasceu? So, I was born in, for example, 2015. I don't know, okay? So, escreve aqui o ano que você nasceu. I was born in place in year. Você também pode colocar o lugar que você nasceu e o ano. Alright? What else? Learn to ride a bicycle. I learned to ride a bicycle in. Quando que você aprendeu a andar de bike? E aí você vai ordenar os eventos que aconteceram na sua vida, tá? De acordo com que eles aconteceram, lembrando de usar aqui sempre a sequência dos anos, tá? Para formar uma right timeline. So this is our activity on our student books. Eu também vou passar para vocês activities on our notebooks, on workbooks, which is on page page 19. Vou deixar para vocês também essa atividade aqui na página W19. We have another text, The Schoolhouse Blizzard of January 12, 1888. Read this text, and then we have some exercises about this text. Read the article, number 1, then answer the questions. Então, nós temos aqui algumas perguntas sobre aquele artigo acima. Why is it easy for us to find about weather changes? We have accurate weather reports. Essas respostas são de acordo com o artigo, so you have to read it. Number 2. Complete the questionnaire about an unforgettable day in your life. Aqui você vai completar esse questionário aqui sobre um dia inesquecível of your life. Then write a paragraph about the day. E depois você vai escrever um parágrafo sobre esse dia. Remember to check your spelling, especially any spelling variations in the simple past verbs. Então, lembre-se de checar os erros, especialmente os verbos do simple past, tá? Lembrando que nós precisamos colocar ele no simple past, because we're talking about a past event. Porque estamos falando aqui sobre um evento que já aconteceu. The questions are: what year was it? Que ano que aconteceu? How old were you? Quantos anos que você tinha? Who were you with? Com quem que você estava? Where were you? Onde você estava? What was the place like? What was the weather like? And what happened? Answer these questions and after that write a text about this event. So this is our class for today and I see you in next class. Bye!